Hello everyone, it's Jackie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing another Game of Thrones Season 8 discussion video. Today the character I want to discuss is Bran Stark, and I have a lot of different thoughts about what is going to happen to Bran. He's definitely a difficult character to theorize about, in my opinion. Bran is the Three-Eyed Raven now, and because he's the Three-Eyed Raven, he's undergone a huge character transformation. His personality is entirely different, and he has so many different powers now, and we're still not quite sure exactly how his powers work, or if there are possibly more things he can do that we don't know about yet, which makes theorizing about him difficult. I have been wondering if Bran is going to have to die because of how he was marked by the Night King. The Night King and Bran seem to have similar psychic powers, and I was starting to wonder if perhaps, in order for the Night King to be defeated, Bran will also have to be defeated. I think that could add to the bittersweet ending with Jon having to possibly kill his own brother in order to save the world. But I'm still not sure just because there is so much about Bran that is still up in the air, and it's very hard to tell with him. I know I've said multiple times that we're not exactly sure what Bran's powers are, so before I dive deeper into this video, I want to discuss what we do know for sure about Bran's powers as the Three-Eyed Raven. We've established that Bran can see everything that's happened in the past and everything that is currently going on in the present. I think it's also possible that Bran can see the future because of some of the visions he had. He did see a dragon flying over King's Landing, but this couldn't have possibly been Aegon the Conqueror because King's Landing didn't start being constructed until Aegon had already conquered the Seven Kingdoms, and the Red Keep itself didn't exist until Maegor the Cruel. Bran also has the powers of a warg, meaning that he can take over someone else's body, such as Hodor or his direwolf Summer. However, we've established that there are potentially dangerous complications to this warging power. Jojen told Bran that if he stayed inside Summer for too long, he would get stuck and not be able to return to his human body.
Why did you wake me?
You've been gone for hours.
I was hungry.
We're all hungry.
I was just eating.
Summer was eating.
Your body can't live on the food your wolf consumes. Spending too much time in Summer's skin is dangerous. You're not a dire wolf, Bran. Must be glorious, though. To run, to leap, to hunt. To be whole. I know it's tempting. But if you're trapped in Summer for too long, you'll forget what it was to be human.
You'd forget us, Bran. You'd forget your mother and father. You'd forget your brothers and sisters. You'd forget Winterfell. You'd forget you. And if we lose you, we lose everything.
And we all saw what happened to Hodor when Bran was warging into him. He actually turned Hodor, whose name was really Willis, into Hodor in the first place, giving him irreparable brain damage. I think there has to be some sort of payoff to those scenes, but I'll discuss that later in this video. There is also debate about whether or not Bran could possibly have an effect on past events. At the Tower of Joy flashback, we saw the younger version of Ned turn around when Bran yelled out to him, implying that he could hear Bran.
What's in the tower?
That's enough for one day. We'll visit again another time.
I want to see where he's going.
Time to go.
Father!
The Three-Eyed Raven told Bran that he can't affect the past because the ink is dry and history has already been written. But it's also possible that the Three-Eyed Raven just told Bran this because he himself has tried to change the past before and saw how it negatively impacted the future. It's entirely possible that Bran actually can change the past, but the first Three-Eyed Raven didn't want Bran to know that because he knew Bran would just make a mess of the future if he tried to change the past. Now, I am not at all implying that Bran is the Night King. This has become a very popular theory lately, but I don't believe it's true because my understanding of Bran's powers is that he can't warg into people in the past. My understanding is the only reason that Bran was able to affect past Hodor was because he was currently warged into present-day Hodor, who was in his vicinity. So, if Bran decided to go back to when the Children of the Forest created the Night King, he could observe this event, but not warg into one of them. Also, if Bran was going to try to stop the Night King from being created, why would he choose to warg into the man when he could have warged into the children? So either way, I don't think that theory really has any merit. I think it would make sense if Bran were to try to warg into the Night King in this final battle. Now, the group is going to try to kill the Night King because the Night King has created all the White Walkers, so when they kill him, the rest of the walkers will all fall as well. Now, if Jon is going to have another one-on-one battle with the Night King, that means he's going to need to get to the Night King and be able to defeat him. Perhaps Bran could try to overpower the Night King's mind so that Jon can deal the death blow, engaging in a mental battle with the Night King. The Night King seems to have powers that are similar to Bran, and some people have been theorizing that he may also be a Green Seer. So I think this mental battle between the two is a definite possibility. If Bran were to be in the Night King's body for too long, it is possible that he wouldn't be able to return to his human body like Jojen warned Bran about in the past seasons. It is also entirely possible that Bran's physical body could die during the time he is inside the Night King, which would give him no place to return to. I also wondered if perhaps this would lead to Bran placing his spirit in an actual raven, sort of like we saw a previous warg. I don't remember that guy's name. The wildling. What was his name? Oh, tell me in the comments if you remember this guy's name. Who he also put himself into a bird after his physical body died and then scratched Jon's face. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Oh, I can't remember his name. Oh, driving me crazy. I don't have a ton of evidence to support this theory, but I think it would serve as payoff to these previous moments that I have mentioned and sort of explain why this was included. It definitely has some evidence to support it. Obviously, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it would make sense in the narrative, and it would be a bittersweet ending for Jon to have to effectively kill his brother in order to save humanity. But even if Bran were to live, I don't think he'll ever really be Bran Stark again, because he's carrying the memories of the entire world in his head. He's really lost his sense of self and feels disconnected from his past life. I don't think he will ever inherit Winterfell. He told Sansa that he wouldn't, and I don't think he will ever father children. He's not even physically able to, from my understanding. I believe he's paralyzed from the waist down. I don't think he'll ever have a normal human life, and even if he is alive after the Night King is defeated, I don't know what he will do with his life. He may decide to go back to the Three-Eyed Raven's cave and wait for the next Three-Eyed Raven to come along, but whether Bran experiences a physical death or not, I think Bran Stark, as we knew him, is effectively dead. He is the Three-Eyed Raven now, and his personality will never return. So guys, that is it for today. Hopefully some of my ideas here made sense. I was just trying to talk it out. I still have a lot of uncertainty about Bran and where his story is going, but these are just a few of my thoughts that I think have some support from what we've seen in the show. Please let me know in the comments what you think is going to happen with Bran. Yes, I see you, kitten. I'll pet you in a second as soon as I finish this, okay? Okay. So yeah, I have to go because this kitten wants my attention. But thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please like, favorite, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye!